Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Taurus Sun and a Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. Now, the first thing I look at when I see this combination could be very stern, sometimes maybe even stoic combination, very serious. Capricorn rising can be very stern and serious. Taurus Sun can be very calm and have a placid look to them. So, look at this. This is a person that may not express an overabundance of emotion, but they may at the same time take matters very seriously and not take many things lightly. This is a person that may have very strong business sense, financial acumen, and really be shrewd in terms of making money and getting the best bang for the buck, so to speak. And when you look at the Sun and Ascendant in a natal chart, the Sun represents our basic wants. And the rising sign or ascendant can show the manner or method in which we attain these wants. Well, Sun in Taurus is about generating income, making money, material items, possessions, financial stability and security, peace and tranquility, and also love, because Venus is the ruler of Taurus. Now, when I look at this, Capricorn Ascendant can be very business savvy, and this could be one of the ways in which this person attains their Taurus, Sun and Taurus wants, perhaps through having good business acumen, by being through their seriousness, through their consistency, through discipline, by being ambitious, by being very premeditative, by waiting for the right time, sometimes to make the right business move. Capricorn rising will not act without a very protracted period of premeditation, as this sign, like Taurus, is very cautious and prudent and will think things thoroughly before acting upon them. Now, when I look at this combination, this is a combination, obviously, that could be very serious and not always about being whimsical. And the person with this combination may need to maybe lighten up maybe just a little bit. Now, we'll look at this, and the aspects are important as well. Now, these are compatible signs, but by signs, these are compatible. They're both earth signs, emphasizing pragmatism, practicality, and economical ability. But if it makes a trine aspect, the energies can integrate even stronger and even better. For example, if someone had the Taurus Sun at 8 degrees and a Capricorn Ascendant at 11 degrees, that would form a trine aspect, which is very auspicious and positive, and the energies can work very well together. Now, if it's a square, in some examples, in some cases I should say, a square aspect can take place. Let's say the person has the Sun in Taurus at 1 degree and a Capricorn Ascendant at 29 degrees. This would form an out of sign square aspect. And while the signs are compatible as far as signs go, the negative or adverse aspect could indicate where they may not flow maybe quite as easily as if it were in trine aspect. Now, and also there may be some feelings when you have a Sun and Ascendant in negative or adverse aspect, there might be feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood by others. And the same could be said if someone has an inconjunct aspect, and that, for example, that could take place if you have your Taurus Sun at 28 degrees and the Capricorn Ascendant at 1 degree. That would form an out of sign inconjunct aspect, and this could be very similar to the feelings of the square aspect, and these energies might not quite as flow quite as easily together or integrate as well. Now, if somebody has the Sun in Taurus and a Capricorn Ascendant, the Sun will often be in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th house in the person's natal chart. If the Sun is in the 3rd house, even though the person will project the Capricorn attributes often more strongly than the Sun and Taurus. Sun and Taurus energies can come out at least quietly in these in the area of life represented by the house the Sun is in. Now, if the Sun is in the Taurus in the third house, the person can show the methodical, the persistent, plotting Taurus energy in matters connected with communications, with siblings if applicable, matters connected with their neighbors, their short journeys, and perhaps even in their early education. And the person may be very deliberate in these matters, perhaps very dogmatic as well, and could be very unwavering as far as matters pertaining to this go. And if the Sun in Taurus is in the fourth house, those Taurus energies will likely come out strongly and prominently in matters pertaining to home and family, emotional security, often the less dominant parent, which is often the mother, and could come out perhaps in traditions as well. Now, if the Sun in Taurus is in the fifth house, these Taurus attributes might strongly come out in matters connected with romance, speculation. The person might be very careful and cautious in matters connected with speculation, and having a Capricorn Ascendant would only further accentuate this, as these are both very conservative types that are not apt to be very audacious or foolhardy or taking risk with a lot of money. If there's any risk involved, it would be very minimal, as far as like something with the stock market, for example. Well, anyway, people, as far as this goes, this will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the Sun in Taurus and Capricorn Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having a Taurus Sun and Aquarius Ascendant in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.